Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will go to work first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Direct snap. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
And that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical downs and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute. You want to go down the field, really set the tone. Nice 3rd down conversion, and now set up 1st and goal. This offense has a chance to really make a statement.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. The run from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got it behind the line. It's Carter. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. The Commodores come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of this. First quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks. Now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
Oh, they're after him. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. And the Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Dropping back, it's Sims. Complete. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Soft spot in the middle. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this? In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you thought. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats.
You know, This offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting box, and they need to get something together with this possession. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That's caught. It's Carter. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Unloads quickly. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Tackle is made at the 37. Good enough for a first down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Carter. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice throw, nice catch. You know, I like when you work that slot and you throw that slant to him. It's an easier throw than throwing to a guy way out wide. A lot of times I find that matchup I want in the slot, and I go attack it.
Wants to throw again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Commodores come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to run for it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Looking to throw, it's Sims. Makes the catch.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
And the Wildcats want to move quickly.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. On third and short, the power run here. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football.
It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Wildcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. using concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And as he throws, missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance. Time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Through the air, it's Sims. Run over the middle, it's Hooks. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Kentucky going quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a gap. It's Patterson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Catch in the middle. It's Gilmore. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. They go to the counter. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Gilmore. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Sims. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The Commodores in the hurry-up. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rushes on him. Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Commodores send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Sims. Pocket breaking down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? Drops in his zone, eyes on the quarterback, sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead.
That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
He's got it. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Jones. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Back to throw, it's Sims. Got him downfield. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Kentucky! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They've this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Looking left. He's got an open man. Good, solid. On that one, they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll give it to Johnson. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Bunch formation for these receivers.
Second down coming up.
Quick completion to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Punch it out of the air. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Commodores are on the move.
For the offense.
Off play action on 1st down. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35. And the Commodores will have it 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Hand off from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to pass, it's Sims. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today. This one from 34 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Baylor is getting its clock clean today. That crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame. They're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 14 to Virginia. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be...
And he throws his... Pick of the day, his head has to be spinning. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. Leads it with the back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Nestled just inside that right upright. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To throw, it's Sims. Unloads to the right. Got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on 1st down, using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Wildcats headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-hope.
He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Gets it out quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw. It's Sims. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Carter. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And the Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give is to Williams. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Working the middle, it's complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Looking to pass, it's Sims. Gets it out fast. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's first down at the 27.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Wants to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Gilmore. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Commodores line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner will be dragged down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Rides the back on the option to give. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. We've reached the timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back looking for room. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Commodores line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Hunt is on its way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Got his man. Oh, he's got a chance. A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Sims. Looking down the middle. Got a man, it's Hooks. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Wants to throw on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Turns it on down the left side. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Snap in the shotgun. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put up.